The Tucson Unified School District says it could lose $6 million of federal education funds after the U.S. Department of Education paused the distribution of those funds.
That $6 million is part of the nearly $7 billion being held back from schools across the country. News for Tucson's Jafet Serrato shows us how a local union is reacting to all this and how Arizona's Superintendent of Public Instruction is taking action.
At least $120 million are in limbo for Arizona school districts, including schools that are part of the Tucson Unified School District. This comes after the feds withheld that money just this month. TUSD says $6 million were withheld from them, and they do not know when or if they will receive that money. TUSD says that money was intended for teacher training, migrant student education, enrichment programs, as well as before and after school programs. I spoke with the president of Tucson Education Association, Jim Byrne, a union that represents TUSD teachers. Byrne says cutting off this money would be detrimental for public schools.
And then you're talking about potentially closing before and after school programs that could quite possibly put kids out in, vulnerable and precarious situations.
Arizona Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Horn says his department is working to obtain more information and access the federal funds as soon as possible. Horn says this is not a freeze and that his department has been in constant communication with the federal government.
The federal government is just studying it, and they made it clear specifically that no decision has been made to freeze. Once they study it, they'll make their decision. They say that in the studies they've done, they've seen instances of far left ideology being taught to students. If there's any of that in Arizona, I would cooperate enthusiastically with the federal government to get rid of it.
TUSD is asking voters to approve a $45 million budget override this fall, which would be funded by a local property tax increase. On the west side, Jafet Serrato, News for Tucson.